welcome in everyone to another episode of Days Vault. It's been a few weeks. Last week some things came up. I wasn't feeling too good, and when the DM's sick, nobody gets to play. Unfortunately, it's the sad reality of life. However, 2 weeks ago, I believe it was, the group attended a auction where they became very rich after selling a large chunk of something called Soul Amber, which is a magically imbued and or created chunk of tree amber, usually gotten from something like tree ants or other odd magical wood-based creatures. One of the largest ones the auction house had ever seen. Not the largest, but one of. They also met an individual named Alligator, who was a merchant from a city of interest of theirs called Nokron, which they found out resides in the Underdark. Don't judge me for the name. I forgot to prep one and panicked. Get over it. Like I said, this is not a professional stream. We are just a bunch of homies playing D&D, and you can join us or not. I don't care. We like that you're all here, but whatever. Got a little bit of information about the individual that you were after, a Duke Mortos, who was hosting a ball in about 2 or so weeks. After the auction happened and they sold their item for a ridiculous amount of money and also bought a few other interesting magical items, as well as a few magical items not from the auction, is where we ended the session, and we will be picking up about a week later.
One last thing that you had mentioned before. When we left town, people had started developing a bit of a cough.
You guys haven't left town yet.
Okay.
However, over the course of the week, as people are developing sniffles and sneezes and coughs and chest congestion and headaches and mild fevers, there is definitely some sort of cold or stomach bug going around. In fact, both a cold and a stomach bug are going around town. Whether that means that people are getting sick from natural causes or simply putting in the item that the group has in a bag of holding didn't work, well, who knows? And with that, we will be picking up as you all go to sleep the night before you plan to leave. It's been a very relaxing week. Nothing major has come up. You guys have had plenty of money, obviously, as you got paid a ridiculous amount for that a bit of Soul Amber. Your accommodations are taken care of. A couple of horses were bought. A couple of projects were worked on. Someone has a new pretty dope test piece that they got from Titan.
During this week, as we're like resting and going about our stuff, I will be, as I can, casting Lesser Restoration on anybody who has said schniffles and or cough ski doodles.
Yeah, you get a few takers. Some of them, again, this town doesn't seem to follow the same religion as y'all, so some of them are a little hesitant to take it, as you're a cleric of a different religion. Take it because
Am I the only one having Brian cut out here?
Nope, I'm as well.
Refresh. Can you all hear me?
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. What was the last thing y'all heard?
Something about
some people were hesitant.
Right, because you're a cleric of a different faith, so some people are like, eh, and other people are like, hey, help us up, let's do it. Give me a charisma check in general, I guess.
That's a natural 20. No, that was Constitution. Darn it.
We'll keep the natural 20 because it's what you rolled.
All right, so it's a 21.
How do you have such low religion as a cleric?
You told him charisma.
Oh, charisma. Sorry, my bad. People love you. Actually, you have developed a reputation as a healer. People are coming to you with all sorts of ailments. Most of which, drop Lesser Restoration in the chat for me real quick. You're able to heal some blind people, some deaf folks, some paralyzed folks, but not so much with the minor stuff, the coughs and colds.
Wouldn't that count as a disease? Diseases or conditions. The conditions are blinded, deafened.
I missed the disease.
What I'm hearing is I'm basically Jesus.
I mean, if you want to try and go that far.
Nope, I don't.
If you
that sounds like some heresy right there.
Is Father Ironcloak trying to start a new religion out here?
I think he just claimed to be Hezekiah. Come again. I think that's what he did. However, the Inquisition feels about that.
That sounds like some heresy right there. So I'm good.
No one expects the Kedron Inquisition.
I'm just buzzed enough to appreciate that. All right.
McGear expects
so, yeah, throughout the week you do that. The week goes on. You do build a reputation as a healer. The people are very happy with you. If you're ever back in town, you don't have to pay for like lodging or anything else. People will just accept you at this point.
So the night before we head out, I actually have something I wanted to do.
What's that?
Sit down with Father Ironcloak privately.
Sure.
Father
I don't know
Ironcloak.
how to pull two people into a private conversation, so everyone else just pretend you're not there.
If I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's not something that they can't hear. For in game, it is just a private conversation. Father Ironcloak, could I have a few words with you?
Sure.
Okay.
Come here. Why don't I buy you a drink here? It's about our time in the Feywild.
Mm-hmm. What about it?
So, you know that my job is sort of ferreting out deception and, just things that don't feel right, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I don't wish to accuse you too heavily, but something you said did not quite strike me right. It felt very, we'll say, not entirely true. And before we go any further, I just want to point out that all of us, or at least most of us, have found ourselves dealing with things that are hard to deal with and have made some difficult choices. Alara, for instance, is dealing with this entity that apparently occasionally takes over her body. She did it for good reason, and for now all we can do is try to deal with that. I get the feeling there's something that you're not telling us, and honestly, the only way I feel we can truly deal with it is together. I would much appreciate it if you would open up to the group and let us help with whatever it might be.
I mean, there's not much going on, man.
I'm just gonna narrow eyes. If I remember correctly, I got a natural 20 last time I incited him on this about whether
No, but you did beat him.
Okay, I thought I got a natural.
You didn't get a natural 20, but I believe that you did beat him.
I mean, if something comes up that affects us in any way, that happens to be because of me, I'd let you know.
All right, just to clear the air for now, I want you to just look me in the eye and promise me you had no connection to the incident with the garden back in the Feywild.
I mean, I walked through that garden the morning we all did, so I mean, I couldn't truthfully...
Father, it's not what I'm asking. I want you to look me in the eye and tell me you had nothing to do with the destruction or damage to that property. I just need to know if there's something going on. That's it. We've all dealt with odd things and odd situations. Even for me, this egg, you already know, it's tough. It's difficult, but as a group, we need to deal with it together.
I don't know that I can necessarily promise you that, but if there comes a time that you need to know, I will let you know.
Insight, I guess.
Sure.
26.
If there's a time that you need to know, I'll let you know.
I mean, he's not lying, it would appear. He's not telling you an untruth by saying that. He's not denying that something is going on. He's just telling you that if there comes a time you need to know, he feels like you need to actually know about what's going on. He will tell you. Father Ironcloak, is that truthful? Will you actually tell him if
Yeah.
you believe time's come? Oh, well, there you go. Insight isn't a mind reading spell.
Oh yes, I'm aware, but just seeing if he actually would tell. It's like, all right, Father Ankloak, we still have things to do. I won't press any more for now, but I must let you know I will have to keep a closer eye on you because I still get the feeling there's something going on that you're not telling me. It does
Huh?
not.
I don't know that I can necessarily share anything with you. If it comes to a point where it will affect you, I will let you know.
It most nearly already did. Only
But it
because
didn't, did it?
well, there's a difference between if it has already affected us and if it could affect us. It definitely could have affected us.
Well, I mean, going forward, obviously I can't go back and tell you that that was going to happen or if it would affect you. But going forward, I'll let you know.
All right then. I'm going to bed then. And I will leave my drink untouched and proceed to my bed.
Yeah, sure.
Real quick, horses are 400, correct?
Depending on what kind of horse you're after. Are you after a war horse? Are you after a draft horse? Are you after a riding horse?
I mean, I don't foresee going into battle with the horse, so probably just a riding horse. What's the difference between a riding horse and a draft horse?
Draft horse is slower. I think stronger.
Yeah, I want a riding
The
horse.
standard cost for a riding horse is only like 75.
Wait. Yep.
Cool.
Just
I'm
a
gonna get me,
regular riding horse is 75 gold.
cool. I'm gonna get me a horse.
Yeah, pretty easy. Any particular look you're going for?
I mean, it really doesn't matter with prestidigitation, so
I mean, it does because prestidigitation you can only affect a 1 square foot.
You can just change 1 square foot of this horse each day.
I'm just saying, if I get a black horse, I can put a yellow lightning bolt on the sides. So.
Just starts putting a little billboard on the flank of his horse each day.
You could sell your horse out to people to put ads on it. It's basically a NASCAR. Sponsored by.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get me a dark-haired horse, so like either like a dark brown or like black.
Yeah, you're able to find a dark brown horse pretty easily. It's not even hard.
Cool.
What you naming it?
I don't know. Does the horse come with a name, or is it just a horse?
It's just a horse. You can name it. It probably comes with one, but honestly, who cares? You can name it yourself too.
I'll think on that one.
What was your horse's name, Kedron?
Also, how many weeks has it been since we were in the city before they gave us the eggs?
Mandarb was the horse's name that I got.
Let me see if I brought my calendar with me.
Let's see. I bought myself some time to think of a name.
At this point, it's been like 2 weeks.
Gotcha.
I don't have my calendar with me, but I think Thul's hatched like a week ago.
Yeah, because his was only like 4 days.
No, his was a week.
Oh, his was a week.
Yep. And we'll roll and see how many weeks, and he was 1. So, Also, I don't have my roll table with me because I am at drill and on a different computer.
Horse's
So-
name is Mocha.
Cool. You have a horse named Mocha. It is a regular riding horse. Everyone around you has war horses. You have a riding horse. Because everyone else sprung
I
for
don't
a
know
war
why.
horse.
Oh, we also picked up horse armor.
They did. They actually bought barding for most of their horses. You are.
All rolling in, all kitted up. You're just sitting there like,
And you have a horse TM. It's great. I love it. Oh, it's
Hashtag don't
beautiful.
go into combat.
So what I'm hearing is we're all rolling up in like our, bulletproof Humvees with like all kitted out, and he's got just his little Toyota.
I got a moped.
He's got a
Toyota
Toyota.
Celica.
He's got his little Toyota.
He's got a Toyota RAV4 sitting there. Y'all got Humvees with the armor plating. Yeah,
Congrats, you get good gas mileage.
Hey,
RAV4
just
is
remember,
decent.
if we have to run for our lives, later.
All right. Anything else during the course of this week from y'all? What?
That was said during the first course of the week.
Yeah, you guys have a week.
Wait, I have questions
I
about
might
that
have an answer.
enchantment that I wanted to do.
What?
The lunar enchantment on my axes.
Yeah, so you went to. There's not a magic shop in the city. Like, this is a small city. It's not a sprawling metropolis. There is a Salazar's. You went there, and currently his daughter, who does all the incantations or the enchantments, is out right now.
Okay,
She
but
won't be back for several weeks.
Okay, that's fine, but I still have the question. So I wrote down. I think I wrote it down. The requirements for that were moonstone, celestial blood, powerful undead bones, and 59,000 gold. Right?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Okay. I thought that's what it was. I just wanted to make sure because I didn't actually label what the list was. So I wanted to double check. So would I be
I
able
believe
to
Moonstone was in there as well.
what?
She said Moonstone. Moonstone's the first thing she
Oh,
just
okay,
said.
Moonstone. Yeah, never mind. Okay, never mind. Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
I
So
missed it.
I want to look through the city to see if I can find any of those things.
Okay, I'm gonna have you roll a D100 for me, and I'm gonna tell you now you're gonna have to roll ridiculously low to get that. Like, we're talking 5 or lower on a D100 to find any of those items.
Well, the Moonstone will probably be the easiest to find.
Probably, but it's still a rare commodity, and this is not a major thriving trading post or metropolis. This is a small city. Yeah, in this size of a town, you're not able to find anything. You'd probably have better chances in a larger city, but this is like
Maybe please don't step on that.
Okay.
like Neosville.
All right. Never mind then. Did you?
But you do spend time asking around and looking around at different shops and mineralogists and different stones and stuff like that. But you're not able to find anything that fits your needs per se. You found one person you thought might have it because they're totally claiming that these are from like a lich. These bones are. It's a scam. It's a tourist trap. It's definitely not lich bones. They're deer teeth. Anything else this week from the rest of y'all?
Nothing that I can think of.
All right. Thule, anything?
No.
Awesome. All right, so y'all go to sleep that night. Y'all are planning on heading out in the morning. You all lay down for restful sleep in this inn like you have for the past week.
I'm still locking Alara's doors, by the way.
Yeah, no problem.
And I'm assuming I'm not sleeping alone.
Yeah, I'm normally there.
Okay.
Oh, cable disappeared.
That's not supposed to happen. It's clicking on literally everything except for what I wanted to click on. Sorry. Oh, because that's already on the GM overlay. That's why. I thought I forgot to put it there.
Also, Thule, we got a long rest, so you should reset like your rage meter and all that.
Thank you.
Yes. Do reset all of your stuff. You all have had
Oh, oops.
many long rests. You all are good to go.
Oh,
Wow,
that's great.
somebody's failing hard today. All right. However, as you all lay down to sleep, you suddenly open your eyes and find yourselves in a room. White marble floors, white walls, no windows, a large table in front of you with chairs with some sort of soft material you're not familiar with across them. They have wheels on many little legs underneath this table. There is some sort of board, or like you've seen chalkboards before. It's like one of those, but it's white up in this corner of the room. And you're all here and you all see each other, but you have no idea how you got here. The last thing you remember is laying down and drifting off to sleep.
How did we get here? The last thing I remember is laying down and going off to sleep.
Hey, Kedron, come here real quick. I want to test something. And I honk your nose.
Assuming I feel it.
No.
I actually didn't feel that at all.
I feel it since I
Here, let me try.
reached in and honked his nose.
A little bit, but not as intensely as you should.
Gonna come up and just slap both of them upside the head.
What was that, Thule?
I said, since he said he didn't feel anything, I'm gonna be like, here, let me try and slap them both upside the head.
Yeah, they feel nothing. Like, you feel it a little bit in your hand, but not nearly as much as you should.
Well, seeing as we are not dreaming, can I do an Arcana check?
Yeah, this would probably be an Arcana check. What are you trying to go for? And then I'll tell you what roll to make. Like, what are you trying to do?
I mean, magical knowledge and or detecting magic. I might actually. Let's see if I
have a spell for detect magic. I'll do it.
I mean, I should as. I actually. Yeah, I do have. I can ritual cast detect magic. Depends on how long we actually
I
have.
just a regular spell slot. Let me do it.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, you go to cast Detect Magic and nothing happens. You don't expend a spell slot, just nothing happens when you try to cast magic.
All right. Do we have, like, question? Do we have, like, all of our stuff with us, or, like...
Seems to be.
So, like, even though I would have set my halberd down, or my guando down, when I went to bed, do I have it on me?
You go to look, and it's there. Was it there before? You're not really sure, but it's there now, at least.
I'm
I'm
gonna...
gonna walk up over to the not whiteboard. No.
It's white.
I'm going to.
Very slick, very shiny.
Anything
I want
written on it?
No,
to use prestidigitation to like do stuff with my hands.
Yeah, you try, and nothing happens.
I'm gonna attempt to sit down in the chair, or in this thing that looks like a chair.
Yeah, you sit down in the chair. Comfy-ish. You imagine it'd be annoying to sit in all day. Like if you had to work sitting in that chair all day, it'd be terrible for your back. But you know, it is a chair. After about a minute, 2 minutes of y'all kind of doing this, suddenly at the head of the room is an individual with relatively small bat wings, goat-like legs, thin white body, and two little horns poking out of its skull. And he goes, "Ah, you're here. Sorry I'm late. How are y'all doing?"
Orthax?
You guessed it. God, I've been waiting for y'all to be asleep at the same time for, like, ever. Like, seriously, how many times do y'all need to get up and go to the bathroom in the middle of the night? I swear you're all on rotation. It's ridiculous.
Someone's got to
Do you
keep
believe
watch.
that's sort of the point? Avoiding such situations as whatever this is.
It's a dream. You're all dreaming. I brought you here to talk. Hey, Laura. How's it going? You give any thought to my previous proposition?
Which proposition are you? Who are you talking to? What?
Probably.
No, he's talking to Alara.
I wasn't here though. I didn't hear what was happening. I was fixing the children.
Oh, sorry. Orthax has appeared in a new physical form, but voice is roughly the same, and he identified himself as Orthax. And he said, "Hey, Lara, how's it going? Did you give any thought to my last proposition?"
That would be a no.
Yeah, I figured it. That's fair. That's fair. Please, have a seat. Have a seat. Sit down. Please, sit down. Take a chair. I make sure there's enough for everybody.
What's going on? Who's this guy?
You're in a dream. I brought you all here because I have a business proposition for you.
You remember why we always make sure to keep an extra eye on Lara?
Vaguely.
What?
Yeah,
I don't
this
know.
guy's the reason why.
He is the reason why.
Oh, I haven't met you. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am the ever honorable and always sticks to my word, and that's actually true, Orthax.
You're
Devil.
literally the worst.
Not the
It's
worst. Have you met demons? 1,000 times worse.
It's Crowley from Supernatural.
1,000 times worse.
I'll give you a
What,
clean
you?
slate.
But we have actually recently learned quite a bit about sticking to the letter of the law and words.
Yeah, I know. You went to the Feywild. That was pretty great. Oh, y'all are wheelers and dealers. You're amateurs, but I respect it. Like, you're getting there. You're getting there. And I like that. Y'all make good devils one day when you die. If, you know,
Excuse
you can be
me?
corrupted. If you could be corrupted. If. I mean, you know, maybe. Be great. Especially if y'all get as powerful as I think you will. That'd be awesome.
I'm just going to walk, climb up onto the table, walk across it, hop down, and hop into one of the chairs.
Yeah, sure, go for it. All right, Ilara, please have a seat. Have a seat. I'm not here to bite. I'm not here to trick. I actually think you'll be interested to hear what I have to offer.
A devil claiming he is not here to trick.
I have never tricked. I always stick to what I say I'm going to do. I asked for 24 hours of our time. That's what I got. And I gave you exactly what I said I'd give in return.
Misleading phrasing could be perceived as trickery.
Could be, but only if you're a lawyer. Anyways.
Your deals only work if you're a lawyer.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's my job. I'm on the admin side, not the military side. Like, I'm the admin side of the hells. Point
Can
of
I
note.
talk to Just Bryant super briefly?
Yeah, sure. Hold on. Let me pull you in real quick. Josh, I'm gonna pull Obi in as well. Obi's taking off his headset so the stream can see.
To double check, he did forgive the rest of my 24 hours, right?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, I have really bad memory issues, and so I don't really remember much of the previous encounter that I had with him.
He showed up and offered to make you his warlock.
Right.
But he said he couldn't like get rid of that 24 hours.
Gotcha. But he would have gotten rid of the 24 hours if I became his warlock, right?
He didn't specify what he'd give you. Because you didn't get that far. You just shut him down immediately.
Okay. I feel like there was something about the 24 hours of time.
He offered you your leg back.
He did
I
offer
don't
you
have
like
my
that.
life back.
He said he couldn't offer you your 24 hours.
Okay. All right. That's it.
Okay. Boop. Boop. All right. Good to go, Obi.
Oh no.
All right. Yeah. So y'all are there. That's happening. So like I said, business proposition. No trickery. No oddness. No lawyeriness. A straight up deal. Payment for service. You're doing me service this time, and I'm offering payment.
Then I suppose we don't have any choice but to hear you out, considering you have us. Well, we are a captive audience.
I like this one. Puns. Nice. Yeah. You do have to hear me. You don't have to accept. I can't keep you here forever, just as long as you sleep. Which is like a few hours, which, oh my god, have you ever sat in an 8-hour meeting? Ooh. I once sat in a 32-year-long PowerPoint meeting. I wanted to kill myself, and I'd already died once. All right? I was a dwarf when I was alive. I was a terrible person. That's why I'm here. I wanted to kill myself all over again. It was brutal. Point of note. The Church of Attica doesn't say devils were ever human. They're just evil and fiends and always existed that way. Yeah, it was bad. Better than being on the military side. I have to fight those stupid demons like constantly and probably die again permanently. Also, the church doesn't differentiate between devils and demons. The term is used pretty interchangeably with the church.
Makiris, we have our equipment supposedly, yes?
At least dream versions.
I'm taking dream notes. Because it is literally one of my quirks that if I see a demon, I'm more likely to like take notes than anything else.
What do you mean
Enough small talk.
fighting demons?
That's what we do. We fight demons. Like, you have your admin side, you have your military side. Like, I'm on the admin. I recruit new soldiers by making deals for souls or just even people come down here. They get turned into devils, and then they're sent to fight demons because the demons want to like overrun us and eventually make it to the material plane. I told y'all before we're on the same side. Us, the church, all humans, because without us, demons kill everybody. Said that before. We're like on the same side. Yeah.
So clarify this for me. Are you a
Like,
businessman or a evil guardian of the material plane?
I mean, isn't that what a businessman is? Look, I'm on the admin side of things. That means I'm a businessman. My job is bringing souls. I get promoted based on how many souls I bring down.
Well, Brand's frozen. Refresh.
All right. That's my currency. I'm going to change my internet connection over to my mobile hotspot. Give me just a second.
All right, Brent, can you hear me?
He's changing his internet connection over.
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm going to change my internet connection real quick. Come on, where you at, homie? Maybe if I can get it to actually show me a connection with my phone. Well, that waits to connect. I'm going to use the head real quick because I can't see Kedra North Tool right now. I'll be right back. I'm trying to get this working.
Yep.
Okay, sorry. The voice to sound thing wasn't showing that my voice was going through.
No, it is. Well, this guy's full of crap.
Orthax or what?
Oh, Orthax for sure.
Oh no.
Well, my phone's Wi-Fi is
The
not
way
showing
that
up,
I
so
deal with
I'm just
effects
gonna have to
quite
keep
literally
going based
Crowley
off of.
from Supernatural.
Uh,
Very straightforward. No reason.
All right,
I
can
can
y'all
hear
hear
you.
No need
Can
to.
you hear me? Wait, you're freezing again. Can you
Can
see
y'all
me? Brian, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Or I can hear you.
Yep.
I can hear and see everybody.
Iron Cloak.
Yep.
Yep.
You guys can hear me?
Okay.
Cool.
Let's roll then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And he's frozen again.
Oh, cool. Where was I?
Fighting demons. Always follows his word. Gets promoted via taking people's souls.
I think he's gone again.
Crap.
All right, can y'all see me now?
Yes.
Are you
Yep.
not in the same hotel you're normally in?
What?
Are you not in the same hotel you're normally in?
No, I am. Give me a second. I'm gonna refresh so I can get through. I just switched to my mobile hotspot.
Okay, sweet.
And okay, now I can see everyone. Can everyone see me?
Yep.
Yeah.
You're
All right, cool. Yeah, so businessman is my side of things. Yes. I deal in souls for hell. There's the military side. They're like the guardians of the whatever. I mean, not really. Like, we totally, well, kind of.
So what
Look,
exactly?
the demons want to overrun and eat us.
So
What?
is it just that you're the stop in between them and us, and it's just natural preservation for you, which
What?
benefits us? Or do you actually care?
Honestly, for me personally, it's my job. Only job I have, only job I'm allowed to have. Like, this is what I'm told to do. The higher ups, I have no idea. Official
well
policy.
done. Such a loyal employee.
Yeah, don't care that much. I'm here to try and make my own life better. Which is working great since I met y'all, because did I mention 3 souls in one night followed by like 4 more contracts? Including a contract on a paladin, which is hard to come by.
Where'd the other souls come from then?
Well, there was one that Ilara here killed for me. Right, had her kill for me. Then made a contract with me about getting some money. When he died, his soul came to hell. His wife, who he beat regularly, made a deal to kill her husband in return for her soul. Ilara killed him. I got his soul. Her soul was then on contract, and then, oh no, she died of a heart attack a few days later, and she became mine too.
Let me guess. Fine print.
Something like that. Actually, no, it was just a straight up heart attack. Like, that wasn't me at all. Like, I would love to take credit. That was just chance. Made me look good, though.
congratulations.
Anyways. Oh, thanks. Appreciate your totally sincere congratulations. I appreciate it. Anyways.
So what's your purpose for gathering us for this auspicious meeting?
Straight to business. Perfect. Love it after all this delay. Got a favor. Contract. More a contract. Kind of a favor. So, Ketrin, how do you feel about heretics? Specifically, necromancers.
Miguel straightens up a little bit.
I would
Also,
say there's...
Laura, how do you feel about necromancers? As a military individual in you as a secret police individual.
I'd say there's at least one specific necromancer we have quite the personal grudge with.
Yeah, not that guy. Not who I'm talking about. Like, as a general, all necromancers, right? From what I understand, your church's policy is typically exterminate with extreme prejudice.
Something of the sort.
Wrong.
Good. And you think that anyone involved in necromancy should be put down, correct?
I'm not answering that question until you tell me why.
Stuck in the ketchup.
So there's a guy, all right, hiding out kind of close to Nocron, where y'all are going. I'm keeping tab on you. You're a great resource.
Haven't you technically barely met us?
Oh, you're talking about the timeline thing. Timelines are weird across the multiverse, dude. So, like, I'm your present Orthax, not your past Orthax. Timelines are weird across multiverses, but I'm, like, now that we've interacted and stuff, our timelines are somewhat connected. I don't know. Time's weird. You really shouldn't run into a past me unless you end up in the exact same place that a past me has appeared before you before. Whenever I try to contact you now, I'm going to contact your present timeline you. If that makes sense, relative to my time. It's weird. Time's weird.
McGear is scribbling notes.
But I'm your present. I'm your present Vortex. Or, you know, who you know. Anyways. Yeah. Y'all hate necromancers, right? Like people who like deals with devils for their own power and stuff. And, like raise dead and do magic that's not like sanctified.
Get to the point.
Anyways, I have this guy who I hold a contract on. I traded for this contract as a long shot. All right, it's overdue by like 10 years. This guy has been staying untouchable by fiends and our usual fiendish measures for about 10 years. His contract ran up a while ago. His contract was sold to me because no one could collect. I bought it because I happen to know a bunch of goody two-shoes who also hate necromancers. And I thought, hey, we could benefit each other. You kill this guy. I collect his soul, which goes where it should go, to hell, because he's evil and kills people and makes deals with devils for his own power. And in return, I give you... I have a few items I can offer. Are we interested?
So for the most part, you are just offering information to assist the efforts of Vatica.
I'm offering you payment for what you would probably be doing on your own if you knew about this guy in general.
And what's the catch?
No catch. I literally give you a pretty dope magic item I have in my collection of things I can pay people with.
What's
Is
the
it
magic item?
Cursed in any way?
No.
What is it?
Like straight up no. Like I'm not like playing around it. Like I don't lie. That's kind of a whole thing. Like us and the Fae are very similar. Like what we want is different. I'm usually contractually like trying to get souls or like do that. Fae are just screwing with you and having fun. No. I'm not cursed.
Well, I don't condone meeting with your kind due to our beliefs.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Understood.
The question then becomes, what is your timeline? Is this a eventual contract, or is this a, hey, we need this done right now and you get paid? There's always
You're
more
going to
details
Nocron tomorrow, right?
Yes.
You're going to Nocron tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Cool. I need it done before you guys leave Nocron. Like, that's it. Like, just do it before you leave Nocron because he's in that general vicinity. Like, he's outside of the city. But he's in that general area.
On one hand, we
That's it.
don't normally like meeting with your kind, but since at this point that is unavoidable,
Yep.
we might as well deal with something we would normally deal with if we knew about it.
Hold
I
up.
suppose.
Hold up.
That would have inquired smiting the entire previous city if we held to that strictly.
What is
There's more details than meets the eye.
the item we're getting?
What do you want? I mean, I have several I can offer, but what do you guys want for this? Like, give me a baseline payment so I know what to offer. Like, you know.
I mean, who is this person? Are we talking like
really powerful warlock who raises dead and wants to, like, I don't know, be super powerful and live forever? He's not a lich. He wants to be, but he's not yet.
Well, hold up. Did you say warlock?
Yeah.
Warlock implies patron. Who else are we pissing off?
No. So technically, I hold his contract. The way it works with this particular contract is he was given access to fiendish power for X amount of time, which expired about 10 years ago. During that time, he was allowed to do whatever he wants with it. In return, at the end of that amount of time, we collect his soul, and he comes to us. He thought he could get out of it and make himself a lich and be too powerful to touch. He's close, not to being a lich, but to being untouchable because of like the defenses he set up against fiends and our type of individuals. But basically, he thought he could become powerful enough in that short amount of time to renege on his end of the deal.
So
I hold his contract now.
Since you hold the contract that provides him power, and he's broken the contract, how does he still have access to the power?
Well, because whoever wrote this contract is freaking stupid. He gets the power. We're supposed to be able to kill him at the end, drag him to hell. But since we can't kill him, they didn't write a clause in there about revoking the power once the time runs out because whoever wrote this stupid contract was stupid. Which is why I bought it for really cheap.
Not even a devil, and I understand that's stupid.
Yeah.
Well, the devil may be in the details.
This was his first contract.
Well, the devil may be in the details. Why not just take out the poor soul who's being tapped into? No power source, no power?
Again, his power is technically coming from me right now.
Oh, we would be happy to assist in that. If you would like to cut off his power.
No.
Thought I'd offer.
I can't control that. Like I said, I took a gamble taking this contract. Whoever gets handed off to, that's who he's taking power from. Now, coming from me, he took a significant power drop, which was nice. But I still can't get to him. That's the long and short of it. I can't get to him. I need his soul. This was not a continuous service for power deal. This was a one-time act of service. You get power next amount of years. Your soul is ours. Unfortunately, he has that power, and there was not a clause included by this idiot devil who has been thoroughly demoted, like all the way down, about not being collected at the end. He's goop now. He is at the bottom of the scrotum bowl and getting sent to the military. He's gonna die. For real. Like, permanently.
So,
after my superiors are done with him.
What other information do you have on locating this individual?
I can offer you an item that'll take you to him. It'll point to it.
And this isn't cursed either?
No. Like, it literally just takes you to him. Why would I curse you if you're trying to do what I want? You're helping me out. You're collecting me a soul. All right, you're doing me a favor.
Because you find it hilarious.
Not a fae.
We've learned to be cautious with deals.
That is smart. Very smart. But no, it's not cursed. My magic technically cursed. Hold on, let me check something. Nope, not cursed. Okay, sorry. Had to check if like sometimes my magic registered as a curse or not. But nah.
Alright then, what do the rest of you say? My vote as an Inquisitor is we've already found ourselves in a situation that we would like to avoid, so there's no point in not killing this individual, but what do you say?
Just one more question.
Yeah, sure,
Th-
go for it.
this person isn't anyone important.
I mean, depends on who you ask.
Is-
His followers, you think he's so cool for getting one up on a devil? Sure. Everyone else, now that I know who he is, he's not like a political figure or anything. He's living in a cave with a bunch of wards against fiends. And fiend jewelry adjacent individuals, so like other fiend warlocks.
So that's why you wanted celestial power.
Yep. Straight up.
I already stated my position. What the rest of you say before we make our final agreement or disagreement?
I say the necromancer needs to die.
I say if it aligns somewhere along our journey and the line for you, you will have a fulfilled contract.
I've got a new axe that I want to try out.
What was that, Thor?
I said I've got a new axe that I wanted to try out.
Perfect.
I have no
How much you
intention
want,
of
preacher?
going out of our way for your contract, but it is in our job description to also remove evil. So if
I mean, it's not in the city. It's like probably a day or two travel outside of the city in the underground area you're going to, but it's not super far anyway.
How will we retrieve this magic item that will take us to him if we're in a dream?
Oh, I'll have it delivered.
I hope in not a way that will put a target on our back in any way.
Nah, I'll just have someone or something drop it off.
And I assume that would work the same with this reward we're getting after doing.
Yeah. Sure.
You know, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna,
yeah, sure.
wait.
Yes,
Yes.
it will be
Hey,
delivered.
he's already
Like, I'm not gonna show up with a person. They feel like y'all are gonna shoot me with a crossbow or something if I show my real face. What if you
We
got
would
free?
never do
Yes,
that.
Well,
I thought
crossbow
creatures
probably
were
wouldn't
supposed
work.
to fly.
I
Actually,
wouldn't do that. I
Father
like
Ankpoke is telling the
he's
truth.
already
None of us-
familiar with our quest, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. So if we were wanting, say, a part of the sword, I don't suppose one of those pieces fell into your possession.
Unfortunately, no.
Hmm.
And I'm not gonna lie, like I would love to have this contract like fulfilled because it'd be a huge like. Not only do I get a soul, it's an ego win.
You gain a
It's
lot
not
of life
For
with
me to
this.
try and like track that thing down though, that's a lot. Like I'm gonna be offering something I already have.
Fair enough.
Well, I never thought I'd admit this, but I actually agree with the demon for something.
I'm not a demon. I'm a devil. Market difference.
Potato, potato.
It's the same
I actually do
thing.
think
No,
this individual
like
should go to
apples and
hell.
Oranges. Like yeah, they're both fruit, but one's a citrus. I ain't no lemon. Don't
You're
you
right.
dare call me a
You're an unripe persimmon. Way more bitter.
Yeah, probably. You're not wrong.
Well, then, I do believe we have reached a consensus.
All right, cool. The only thing left is what do you want for it?
Do you have anything that would help us find the sword, as it is our objective? If everyone else does not have issue.
I mean, give me a second.
There's other things I would talk about, but me as a player is not the same as me as McGear.
Yes. And outside of that, we always could use items to arm
mean,
ourselves.
I
Things
have
that we
something
get
that can help you see farther. Yeah, if you're looking for this item, you can see away.
Yeah, that doesn't seem
Powerful
We're,
undead.
we're always looking for weaponry as well and
Sorry, what was that,
armaments.
Alara?
I happen to be looking for powerful undead bones.
We'll probably find some along our way.
I mean, this guy's a
I wouldn't take a
necromancer.
shortcut on
It's
that one.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't doubt it.
We're always looking for greater weapons and armament and magical items to assist us in combat. We do seem to find ourselves in quite a bit of that. So,
I mean, I have something that might be able to help somebody get out of combat.
in what way?
He kind of like pulls out this cloak and sets it on the table. This is a cloak of Montblanc, or Montbec. Even in the dream, you all smell a little bit of brimstone coming off of it. You can use it to, like, teleport, like, 500 feet away. Pretty cool.
Interesting. Anybody else have any questions before we make any choices? So no weapons directly, though.
Let me check what I got. Hold on. No. I do have this that might help in combat. And he pulls out 2 little figurines of golden lions and sets them on the table. You can transform these into real lions.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, pretty cool. Before you ask no, I can give you your 24 hours, Alara. Sorry.
But what did that
Okay.
mean to us?
Could you
What?
count our time used to help you on this towards her 24 hours?
I can't.
Why not?
I don't hold that contract anymore.
Excuse me.
What?
You've given away my contract?
I didn't give it away.
Then
So-
what happened?
He's a
I-
businessman.
Look, all right, there's a big trade that goes on with contracts, okay? All the time, people's contracts are getting traded, handed off, them to them, them to them. How do you think I got a hold of this contract? I told you I bought it,
So,
okay? There are 2 currencies in hell. Souls, contracts.
so
I
you
tried
got
to
rid of this one, and you bought the one with killing a necromancer?
No, I bought that, like, way down the line. That's like 30 trades down the line. It's like a long shot effort. I bought other.
So, to make sure I understand this clearly.
Yeah.
You're a businessman, and as far as business goes, you are also a risk taker because you have other
Yeah.
things to help ensure your risk is lower.
Kind of like playing the stock market. Oh, that doesn't exist anymore. Anyway. Yeah. Look, this one's a risk. All right, this particular contract I'm bringing to you is a risk. That's why I brought you guys, and I brought payment rather than like trying to wheel and deal and get a soul. I'm literally giving you something. No one thought they could do it because, let's face it, who has a working business relationship with a bunch of holy boys? Nobody. Just me. Kind of. Hopefully.
I wouldn't consider this a working business relation. We don't really have much of a choice since you sucked us into a dream.
Oh no, you can tell me no. I literally can't hold you here. It's a dream. Like, you'll wake up after like a few hours. I literally can't force you to do it. This is just a proposition.
Magic item. My brain can't think of magic items at all. The only thing I can think of is something that I can't have. So,
A moonstone?
Kedron, check your phone.
Alara, you're looking way too simple on this stuff. Stop it.
All right, fine. Look, I'll give you all a couple offers. Okay. I told you the cloak of Montblanc. Okay, you can teleport around. It's pretty cool. Right. I told you the golden lions. I got these goggles here that can let you see stupidly far away. They're goggles of the eagle. If you want to look those up, or eyes of the eagle. Sorry. All right. Other than that,
Do you have a ring of wish?
no.
Although, speaking of rings, how about something to help me I don't know, evade more effectively, sort of more quickly take my time to dodge things.
Oh, look, give me a minute. However, in the meantime, the only other thing I really have to offer that I brought, like, ready to rock, is this Cloak of the Bat. All right, like, when you're in darkness or dim light, you can use it to literally fly.
What
All
about
right.
what about something to get us back to our correct time?
Oh no, I don't mess with temporal stuff. That is way above my pay grade, super complicated, and there's certain entities in the multiverse that really don't like you screwing with time. Like if you step between planes and the timeline gets a little messed up, they're mostly okay with it. But if you start trying to like cross your own timeline or travel through time, they get really pissy. Not doing it. None of
So
us.
for now, I'd say one of these two cloaks looks like the best offer.
Teleporting and flying would be useful.
I mean, you could also have lions.
I think the lions are cool. I vote lions.
Flying and teleporting is much more better.
Hey Brian, what's the limitations on the teleportation?
That is the Cape of Montbank. However, you only know what he's told you, so you haven't got a chance to identify, and you're in a dream, so it probably wouldn't work.
What's the limitations on this teleporting cape?
You wizard boy. You ever heard of the spell Dimension Door?
It's a bit above my skill level, but yes.
Yeah, you and one other person, you can teleport up to 500 feet in any direction
How many times in a day?
once a day.
And what about the flying? Is there a limitation on that aside from dim light or darkness?
I mean, you can also turn yourself into a bat if you're in darkness, and you can do that once a day. But other than that, if you're in darkness, you can fly. Like, just period.
That sounds quite useful.
Not to you, Kedrin. You can already fly.
For a minute. But mostly I am looking at that teleportation cloak. Seems quite useful. Especially for a skulker. But, like I said, I'll leave it to the group. That's where my vote lies. Teleportation cape.
I vote lions.
McGear?
Flying slopes and cool.
Fool?
I kind of like the thing for flying in the dark. I got some combat ideas for that.
And what'd you vote for, McGear?
I haven't voted.
What's your say?
Outside of game, I'm just saying lions are cool, but they're gonna bog down combat. That's outside of that's slightly meta, but
Everyone say what's on your mind. 3, 2, 1.
Devils are bad.
Yeah.
Moon's haunted.
Alara takes. No, Alara's too far away from a gear. Alara shoots him a dirty look.
Moon's haunted.
The Mont Blanc cape would be my choice. Teleport. Flying and teleporting are both very, very powerful. Flying would be more useful, but it's limited by time of day.
I mean, if that's what everyone's down with, I'm cool with that. But I have one other thing. It shouldn't be too hard for you to get. I don't think. I mean, you're in the business of getting souls, right?
Generally.
So, how hard would it be for you to get, as well as us getting the cape, getting us a gallon of dwarven life essence?
Lifeblood?
Yeah.
I mean, I have to go murder a dwarf for it. But
I mean,
could.
if you come across a dwarf in one of your contracts.
I mean, hold on. He like
Father, look,
disappears
are you suggesting murder?
No.
and then comes back and he's like, "Nah, I don't have any dwarfs right now. But like, I could totally go murder a dwarf and collect his blood for you. Probably
We're
too
not going to
soon.
send you to murder.
Not murder.
Ozardian evil individual that we would condone execution for anyway.
I don't have any right now.
It,
The dude
I'm-
after's a halfling. Is that close enough?
I'm talking if at a point in time you happen to run across a contract that needs you to take out a dwarf.
The next dwarf on his list, the blood goes.
You
to
just hook us up with a gallon of his lifeblood.
Look, I tell you what. I'll do this. I'll throw in the Mont Blanc cape. And to guarantee that I will talk to you about some sort of trade for a gallon of dwarven lifeblood the next time one comes across my desk. You'll be my first customer.
Okay.
Well, why are we dealing? What?
We're not dealing.
It's a bad idea.
I'll just make
Is
an
it?
offer.
Is it a bad idea, McGear? Mr. Book Eater Supreme?
Metagaming much?
You almost made me spit my drink. I like that one.
Well, we have the Bookeater
Making
Supreme and
deals
the dwarf
with
with a
other
green thumb.
entities is always a bad idea.
Also, after we're done with this dream, we need to put kids in bed.
Okay. So, yeah, if y'all are happy with the Mont Blanc cape, he says, all right, I'll have somebody meet you in the morning to deliver a contract to sign and your item for finding this doofus.
I'm assuming the contract will be written in something we can read.
Yeah, common.
All right.
I mean, I assume you can read common, right?
Yes.
I don't know. Just looking at you, I didn't know.
You know, the amount of blood I bleed during battles, that should give you enough blood, right?
No, lifeblood is said person has to die.
Yeah, intent matters with magic.
It's like sacrificial blood.
So we're getting our payment in advance.
No.
I thought you said bringing the item.
No, he's bringing a contract.
Bringing a contract and the item that will show you where this
Oh,
guy's at.
that item, of course.
Yeah,
Of course.
that item. Probably a little compass or something. I don't know. It's an easy incantation.
All right then, let's get to it.
Yep. Y'all want some coffee or something? Oh, you can't taste it. Never mind. Bye. And you all have a great night's sleep. And wake up in the morning feeling super refreshed.
I'm curious. Did
And
my entity connect to any of this?
Not as far as you know.
real quick, are you guys good to go ahead and take a break?
Yep,
Yes.
we are good to take a break. We'll see you all back here in a little bit.
Roll,
No,
roll
stop.
joy.
Stop.
Pick out a stanza.
Stop.
C.
You're going to get us copyrighted.
Oh, we're
Seasons
live.
ten.
Yes.
First one.
You said we were ready.
Oh,
Anyways, welcome back, folks. Ignore the copyright songs and weed references. Kedrin.
Weren't more than 30 seconds, so you're good.
That's right. As we roll back into it, you all wake up feeling very well rested.
All right.
Are my notes still there? If not, I'm taking part of my morning to rewrite all those notes from memory.
Give me an intelligence check because there are no notes present.
Oh man. Alright, that's a straight roll, correct?
Yep. Street intelligence.
While he's at it, there shall be coffee.
Of course. And breakfast, I assume. No, like you're trying, but like they're all jacked up, and like you're having a hard time remembering.
I'm assuming we're all going down for breakfast, yes?
yeah.
I'm assuming.
All right, when if we're down there, so
The portent dice you rolled for last night were this morning's dice.
Ah, gotcha.
Yes.
so
I like those ones you
Middle
rolled
of
last
the-
night better anyway.
Anybody have any weird dreams last night?
Are you talking about the guy Orthax?
Yes.
Yeah.
We were all
All right,
there.
cool. Not crazy. Yeah, it's a thing. It happened, and we can carry on our way. I'm sure we'll get a delivery during
I
the
mean,
break.
to be honest, it's not my first odd dream of somebody getting into them. I've explained it all to you before, but
So, can I try and like recall as much as I can to get McGear to
Yeah,
write it down,
the
or does
broad
that
strokes are there.
classify as like his role? And
So the broad strokes are there. If you're trying to remember like specific details of this like offhanded information that Orthax threw out, that's going to be an intelligence check.
I'm trying to remember if like there was anything that was like kind of suspicious in said deal that I may or may not remember.
I mean, you remember the broad strokes. You remember that you made a deal. You remember that you requested if he ever has a gallon of dwarven lifeblood to be his first customer. You remember that like you're supposed to kill a dude and get a cool magic item in return, specifically Cape of Mont Blanc.
So I base like I know for sure that we aren't getting screwed over in some way through this deal.
As sure as you were in the dream, you were that sure
Okay.
here in the.
All right.
He was trying to remember specific notes he wrote down during those conversations
Okay,
in his
cool. Yep.
book, which is an entirely different thing.
so do
So
we
y'all are-
notice anybody approaching us?
Y'all are eating breakfast. It's your standard fare, some breakfast stew, most likely leftovers from last night. Maybe a breakfast ale or some
Bean juice?
hot bean juice is present.
Yes.
Not Vaticanite. It is a little acidic, a little bitter for your taste. It is very locally grown, at least semi-locally. An individual comes striding through the doors. Short blonde hair, pointy ears, some gold on his wrists, very nicely dressed, smiling at the bartender. Good morning, everyone. How's it going? Oh, yes. Comes over. I take it you're the priests, yes?
That would be us.
Oh, good. I'm supposed to deliver this. I just need a signature real quick. Whips out, like, this is the opposite of everything you expect a warlock to be. Like,
I'm
this-
going to go over that thing with a fine tooth.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, for sure. It's actually a stupidly straightforward contract. Y'all kill. Let me find his name. Uwith Ovisax. Before you permanently leave Nokron, or at least semi-permanently leave Nokron with no intention of returning during your stay, essentially. We'll put it that way. During your stay at Nokron, you will hunt down and eliminate this individual. Upon his elimination, you will receive 1 Cape of Mont Blanc. It is very simple, very to the point. There's not a bunch of legalese to get lost in. It is very straightforward and brutal. Like, you kill this guy, you get the cloak.
All right. So nothing just stands out as deceitful at all.
I
Going through
mean, you
it.
can make an insight check, I guess.
I'm gonna cast Detect Evil and Good on the contract.
I don't think that spell works like that.
I mean, you can drop it in the chat. Let me see what it do.
I mean, it says that you can. I'm assuming, like, I'm not necessarily sure what consecrated or desecrated means, but it doesn't sound good.
It's
And
part of the spell.
29.
Seems straightforward. Also, nothing consecrated or desiccated. Like, you imagine this contract is magical, right? It's a contract with another. You've signed one before. 'Twas magical then. It's probably magically enforced now.
Can I do a ritual cast of Identify on there?
Yeah, sure.
And as part of that, I'm also attempting to, like, through the process of identifying it, also trying to learn, like, how to do contract magic.
Sure. Start with an Arcana check. We'll go from there. While you start to ritual cast, the guy's like, "Look, if you want to cast normally. I don't have time for this. I got stuff to do, people to see, things to say. Like, come on, man. I'm important."
Oh, that was almost.
Oh my gosh, what's my rolls?
So here's the question: do you continue to ritual cast, or do you just regular cast?
It was a regular cast.
Okay, so go ahead and burn the spell slot. A 9. I mean, it is definitely magical. And you get the feeling that you can't really cheat this contract per se, whereas, like, if you follow it to the letter of it, you're fine, rather than the spirit. It is a very lawful sort of magic. Evil, good, doesn't matter. It's more lawful, neutral. Like, it is the letter of this contract will be followed. And if the contract is breached, there will probably be serious consequences. You don't know who enforces this, but it is enforced, which is weird.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
but there's no consequences listed in the contract.
The
We've already-
consequences would be you don't get the item.
Okay.
And I'm assuming there's nothing like hidden. When he's
Not
casting it, he can't tell with identify. He can't. He
So are
can
we
tell
all ready to
easily.
go ahead and sign now?
Not with that Arcana check. He doesn't seem to. He doesn't notice anything.
Yeah, I mean,
Because I'm
McGear, you
satisfied
pretty
with
sure about
my-
this?
I'm looking over.
I pass on the information.
McGear, you pretty sure about this?
I mean, as sure as I am with everything else I cast this on.
All right, I'm signing it.
All right, as an Inquisitor, I must say it's irresponsible to pass up a individual like this that we're supposed to root out, so sometimes I guess we can't be too picky about where we get the information from.
That's right.
So, with that, I'll sign.
Cool. I got like 3 more signatures I'm waiting on. Come on.
I'm signed.
Awesome. 2 more. Let's go. Come on. I'm busy. Awesome. 1 more. Let's go.
I walk out with my pen right before signing. Is there any consequences for attempting to maim the messenger?
I mean, I'll kill you.
I'm joking, and I sign.
I wasn't. He rolls it up, puts it in his pocket, goes, "Sweet, here you go," and slaps down what appears to be a compass on the table. That'll point to your quarry. Follow it. Have fun, bye. And walks right back out.
As he's walking out, I'm gonna flip him a silver and be like, "Thanks, paper boy."
If I didn't have a contract on me, I'd rip your throat out and shove it down the hole.
I'd like
feel
to see
our
you
group has
try.
been getting more and more smug towards people.
He
not
works.
all of us.
He works for a devil.
Fair enough, but I'm just making an observation.
Man, I really hope nobody smacks you down hard for that. Anyways, contract signed. What are y'all doing?
Finishing breakfast.
Prepare our equipment to head out.
Yeah. Sweet. What is that? Like, just kind of gearing up, like strapping everything to your horse and ready to rock?
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. I want to be that nice, easy target in an armored convoy. It's great.
I'm assuming like the horses came with saddlebags, right? Like either the horses or the yarn. I'm gonna transfer my egg from Kedron's horse to my horse.
It's in your saddlebag now. Sweet. So y'all head out into essentially the wilderness. Like, there's a few small towns. You're not in like a super isolated area at the moment.
And now we can actually all travel a lot quicker because we all have horses.
Yes, you can travel a touch quicker. It's only going to take you like a day to get to the entrance instead of like 3.
I want to make sure that we get our dexterity training in.
Oh yeah, y'all have been neglecting that.
Well, you could use that. You could do that during that. Could have done that during the week.
Yeah, during the week you can do that.
Yeah, I want to get my week of dexterity training in. I think that puts me at 2.5 weeks. Not quite a month yet.
And that is, again, your responsibility to track. I'm not tracking that. So.
Because let's see here. We finished the first bout. There. No, this would wrap up 3 weeks. At least.
I don't know. I've already done dexterity training in the past, so I'm not doing that.
Who's training you?
Chris or Kedron was training you, but.
Maybe I'm training you. Sure, if I'm the one training you, I'll train you. But
All right, cool. In the mornings of that week, y'all do some free running across the city. People give you weird looks, like they're not used to people running across. You get the cops called on you at least once, the guards. When you're just exercising, it turns out fine. They're like, cool, don't be weird. I swear if I catch you breaking into houses, I will stab you through the knee. But other than that, yeah, you get your week of dex training in.
Cool.
You all take off. Like I said, it doesn't take you super long. It's 3 days before, so like a day and a half to get to the entrance. Now, there has been, as you notice, following like street signs and directions from locals, a road has been built to this cavern. It is a massive cavern that the road just goes straight into as you all are standing outside of it. It gets dark quickly, and the road just leads into this cavern, but you've been told this is the way to Nokron.
I will light up the front of the armor on my horse.
Yeah.
With my light cantrip.
For sure. Give me just a second. I'll put you all on your traveling screen. Boop. Yeah, the front of your horse lights up, and you begin into the cavern, I suppose.
Sure, I'll kind of keep an eye out as we're going.
Yeah, perception check. Now, you've been told it's going to be, even with horses, at least 3 to 4 days of travel through this underground passage before you reach the city of Nokron.
26 on
26 perception. All right, cool. Yeah, no, first day, cavernous. It's a cave. Towards the end of it, and you got to the cave around noon, right? So after a couple of hours, you actually begin to see some bioluminescent sort of lichens and algae along the walls, some bioluminescent growths, giving you dim light. As you continue on into that evening, you can no longer see the walls or the ceiling, and you begin to see giant mushrooms growing, the size of trees, as this opens up into an absolutely massive underground cavern. And judging on the time you've spent traveling and the grade of the path you've been traveling, you are hundreds, if not thousands, of feet underground at this point. And it opens up into a massive area that is glowing from these tree-sized mushrooms, and it seems to be some sort of underground fungal forest.
All right, are we getting close to the end of the day now?
Take the notes.
Yes, it is very much towards the end of the day. Let me see what's on here.
Oh, that's a big monster. I
Not-
feel like I'm not supposed to see that big horned monster yet.
Why am I... Oh, I'm on the wrong overlay. Hold on.
What are you talking about? I don't see anything.
What are you talking about?
There's nothing there.
That well,
Yeah,
now there's
no,
nothing
no.
there.
Big mushrooms.
Y'all are on mushrooms. Hush. Shut up.
So this is the end of the same day, right? That we were traveling?
Yes, end of the same day. Well, no, this is a few days later. You
So-
traveled through a sparsely populated area, farms and stuff like that, but nothing isolated until you reach here.
Okay. I have a couple of spells I'm going to switch around.
Yeah, go for it.
Just so you know.
So is my 26 perception check still active, or would I need to make another one?
Until the end of that evening, yes. You have heard some odd sounds. Like, obviously, there's odd nature sounds around you, like a lot more insectile and clicking sounds. There's something that's even more odd. Like, it stands out from the rest. You're... Every now and again, you pick it out amongst the rest of the sounds. Like some sort of... I'm going to give a real-world example of like an air cannon. Like a thump. But obviously to Kendrick, he doesn't know what an air cannon is.
Yeah. Do you all hear
Guys?
that?
I think they're calling my name.
Do you all also hear that thrumming, that thumping noise? And nobody answers. Okay.
I mean,
Natural
Oh, no,
20.
here
Yes.
it is.
Yeah, I definitely hear that.
Again, I'm ignoring the fact that it's a 23 and going with the fact it's a natural 20. You have seen off into the mushroom trees and bushes flashes of some sort of pinkish body floating through and maybe some tentacles.
Looks like we got company, guys.
But they look so friendly.
Prep weapons?
Sorry, bluish tentacles, brownish body.
I describe what I'm seeing.
They've been alongside of you for the better part of the entire half a day you've been down here. Like once you entered this area.
So I wouldn't have noticed that at all.
Very big.
Not the tentacles and bodies. You heard the sound. I'm going off the fact that it's a straight up natural 20. Not the total number, right? Because crits do things in this campaign.
so he knows that we're that they've been following us for.
Right. They have
day.
both perceived that you guys are being followed.
And we've been down here for a day.
About half a day.
I mean, either they're waiting for something or they're just curious.
I mean, we have to press on anyways.
Keep moving on guard.
Yeah, it is getting towards the evening.
Just start looking for a possible camping spot.
Is it? I mean, like, is it pretty light down here? Or the only thing we can see by is Kedron's.
You have half to 3/4 of the vegetation is bioluminescent.
So,
Okay.
like dim light.
Upper end of dim light, I'd say. But yeah, dim light. Most like in certain places you're hitting bright light, but for the most part it's dim. As the day, huh?
Hashtag magic glasses.
As the day goes on and it gets later into the evening and you guys are starting to look for a camping site, you hear instead of flump, flump, every now and then you hear flump, 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 flump.
Wait, flump? Like flumps?
Meta?
I'm gonna.
I didn't expect
slow
that to be
down
actually
and take
real,
up the
but
rear
whatever.
of the group.
What was that, Ironcloak?
I'm gonna slow down my horse and take up the rear.
Wait,
Yeah.
in all honesty, I said that as a joke.
And now that it has been pointed out to you, all of you are hearing it and catching glimpses. They're in the vegetation. They're not coming out, but not only are they following you, more are aggregating.
Like tiny creature thump thump thumps or large creature?
Kind of in the middle.
So,
Like not tiny, but small-ish. From what you've been able to catch glimpses of, like yay big round-ish tentacles about yay long.
So
Hello out there. Would you mind showing yourself?
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. I'm so talented and persuasive. My rolls are fire tonight. Oh gosh.
Give me just a second.
Oh, I thought you were trying to figure out if that passed. And I'm like, how dumb are they?
No. Nothing. Dead
I-
silence.
since we are getting near to the end, I will be keeping an eye out for a possible camping spot.
Give me a survival check.
Alright.
This is a well-traveled road. I would assume that other groups at some point have set up camp and
13?
whatnot.
Yeah, it affects the DC. Yeah, you find up against kind of a cliffside, a little bit like a bluff more than a cliff, right? Probably a 15-foot bluff. There are the remnants, and there's an overhang there. The remnants of a previous campsite of some group. Looks like it's been well used.
Should we start setting up here? I can start scouting out a bit to try to ensure some safety while we set up, if you'd like.
Go for it.
All right. If you would like to start setting up, I'll do a bit of scouting about the area, and I will try to stealthily start scouting about.
Yeah, give me a stealth check.
21.
All right, give me a perception check.
All right. 16.
You are sneaking around. However, you don't see much of anything.
After a while, I'll start heading back.
Yeah, you can't find the creatures that were making these sounds and stalking you earlier.
While we're setting up camp, do we still periodically see them? Or are they...
Give me perception checks. This will be a new round now that we're kind of in a new space. Not you, Kedron. You already tried.
Yeah.
What checks?
Perception, if you're trying to watch out for these creatures.
Yes, I would like to do that.
Not gonna lie, they rolled quite well.
Oh, I rolled as here, but that's me.
Oh, that's
Okay.
24.
Yeah, the 24 is me.
Nice. Just 1 second. Do what I say. Quit being lame and slow. What is Dex mod? Oh, interesting. Cool. Ilara,
Yes.
you actually catch a full view of one. It has a disc-shaped body, about 2 feet wide, maybe 6 inches thick, tentacles hanging down as it hovers probably 4 feet off the ground, and 2 eye stalks coming up off the top of this flat disc of a body. And as it moves, it makes the flump, flump, flump sound. As it apparently shoots jets of air out to make itself move. And it looks over and makes eye contact with you. Just 1 second.
So floating jellyfish with eye stalks.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
Pancake snails with tentacles.
Inside of your mind, you hear, ah! And it dives like down behind a bush.
So this thing talks to your mind?
It just did.
Questions peoples again.
Aww, I love people that talk to my mind. So I'm gonna reach out with my mind and say, it's okay, we won't hurt you.
With the I love people that talk to my mind, I feel like Cassie's coming out just a little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
Inside of your mind, you hear, you won't.
No, we are friends.
I don't know you that well yet. But we could be, and a single eye stalk pokes up and looks at you. Friendly.
Yes, of course we're friendly.
Make a persuasion check. Okay. Wow. It kind of floats up above the bush, and you get a good look at it. See if I can drop one here. Should be able to.
Just see Kedron off in the distance. Like, it's right behind him, but he doesn't quite notice it.
You walk right by, but you are at a perfect angle to where you do not see it. as it is over here talking to Ilara. And that is what it looks like right there.
Oh, that's tiny.
It's a small creature. Zoom in.
No, it's just tiny on my map.
Oh. Zoom in.
Oh, fascinating.
Hello. How are you?
We are good. We've had a long day of travel. You are very beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I know you've had a long day of travel. We have been following you. Your
Why have
energy
you been
is
following
delicious.
us?
Your energy is delicious.
Sorry.
Is what?
Your energy is delicious.
Oh. Do you eat energy?
Psychic energy, yes. We feed off of emotions and other psychic emanations into the world. It's so very rare we get such nice people. It
How
is like a
fascinating.
refreshing drink of water. Usually we're forced to deal with those mind eaters and controllers that live that way. And he points like off into the forest. Or the angry horsemen that live that way. And also in this general area. Please be careful.
Thank you for the warning.
For sure, I would hate for such a tasty snack to be gone.
By the way, the rest of the group has no idea this is going on, so.
No.
No.
Not at all.
I will inform them. Shh. Do you know how close are we supposed
Hello.
to be?
Hello.
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 Just to the DM, how close are we supposed to be at this point to where we're going? Do we know?
Y'all are probably at least a solid day and a half, 2 days of travel out.
Okay.
Hello. Oh, sorry. Really? There we go.
Oh gosh.
Nice to meet all of you.
Pleasure to meet you. We are, and rather than giving names, they give emotions or impressions of moments. Like you get a leaf gently laying onto a lake, you get the sun breaking over a horizon, but it's more of the concept of that because you get the feeling it's never seen it before. A pleasant breeze rolling through the hills.
Kind of the same type of images that Star gave you in my Starfinder campaign.
Yeah, kind of. Like it's not real names; these are more like concepts and ideas that they use as identifiers.
All right.
It's
My name-
weird.
My name is Alara, and the image I conjure up is much like a little chibi person who like gives big hugs, and then also when they get like pretend angry and like shake their fists. That's what my image does.
Pleasure to meet you, Ilara. And they send something very similar back as an identifier. May we stay with you to snack. You are all mostly delicious.
You all are most welcome anywhere around us. My
We
friends
not-
and I will not bother you.
Oh, joy. Oh, the pleasure and the taste.
Am I able to conjure up a name for what these creatures are called?
I mean, you can give me a nature check, but again, you are so far outside of where you grew up, it's a difficult feat. No.
Okay.
Like, you have never heard of these things before, but it is delightful.
All right. I turn to my my other friends, my party, and just explain these
How do you
creatures to
explain
them.
these creatures to them? I need to know this.
Do we see the? I'm assuming I'm setting up the tent and stuff. So
Yeah,
we haven't
when
even
she
seen
comes
these
back,
yet, or have we?
they'll be following her.
Oh, Alara, did you make some friends?
Yes, these are my friends. They're here just to feed off of our psychic energy, and they're friendly.
Sorry, do what?
Yes, I've been talking to them in my mind.
hello. They all start talking into y'all's heads. Kadrin, this is about the time you return to camp.
I haven't seen anything. Okay, that's why I haven't seen anything. They're here.
Hello.
I was just looking.
Kedrin, these are my new friends.
I have a sense of deja vu.
Yeah. Why is it always Alara that finds the friendly psychic creatures?
Probably because they don't kill them first.
Even though I don't
really
act
am.
like a paladin, I am supposed to be charismatic.
Yeah, about this whole like feeding off of our psychic energies.
Wait, what?
This is my head. I'm
Oh,
talking to said jellyfish boy. So
Jellyfish boy.
or woman, I don't know. Asexual jellyfish.
Yeah, probably. They probably reproduce asexually.
Yeah. So how does the feeding off of our psychic energies work?
Every creature emanates psychic energy. We simply consume what is emanated.
Does it hurt us in any way?
Not as far as we have ever been able to tell. You're sending it out regardless. We simply absorb, much like plants absorb. No, wait, they're in the Underdark. Much like these particular individual life forms absorb the bioluminescence of the other life forms around them.
Insight check.
Sure, go for it.
Wow.
They seem to be telling the truth. You beat them. Congratulations. Like, super truthful.
So it's not going to kill us.
No.
No.
Not that they know.
So, are you intending to just accompany us for the snack for a period of time, or
Yeah.
will you be? Oh, fabulous! Any
As
way
long
we
as
can be
you
more?
won't harm us.
We have no reason to harm you.
That does not always mean anything.
Traveling from one city to another, and
Some travelers hunt us for what they think of as sport.
I'm so sorry. That's unfortunate.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Since you'll be traveling with us,
Since they all responded once.
since you'll be traveling with us anyhow, could you assist us in keeping an eye out for any dangers?
We will run away if there is danger. If we run away, you will know there is danger.
Because you shout into our heads as you run away.
We generally shout as we run, yes.
That works. Thank you.
I'm down. You know, it's not. This is par for the course at this point. So
All right then. Finish setting up camp, I guess.
Yeah, as you start to finish setting up camp, one flump starts to just hang out near each one of you. Just like one per person.
I'm going
Do
to
you all go
hum
to sleep?
songs in my head. So that they can hear
The
it.
flump that is next to you begins to pulse in different colors in time to the music.
Ooh, that's cool.
So what's our watch order going to be?
flump. I mean, in theory,
Last shift.
I'd rather have at least one of us up at any given time.
I'll keep watch first, I guess.
Wonderful. I don't mind taking the next watch after that.
I'll take third.
Sure.
I'll take the last one.
So you go to sit down. The flump sits right next to you. Mostly silent, just emanating good vibes and happiness. Is it snacks on your great aura, because most of you are of the good alignment. The rest of you go to lay down, and a flump comes over and starts to hover right over your face, to where the tentacles like ring your head, and it just sits there, gently floating.
Happy little jellyfish people.
Does it at least blot out like the light?
A little bit.
Cool.
Y'all just going to sleep, except for your watches.
I mean,
Yeah.
Cool. Give me perception checks for your watches as they go along.
Alrighty.
Your turn.
All right, so Lara's good. Wow.
Lara's stealing all your good luck tonight.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, so then just remind me what order you went in.
I was
was
first.
Okay, whoever's first.
Thule. Thule was first.
Cool. Brother Thule, 12 perception. Weird cave creatures, but nothing threatening. Some blind things, some bioluminescent things, bug-like things, couple of bats, nothing threatening. Who's next?
That would be me.
Kedron, 18. More or less the same. Not a whole lot going on.
then it should be Alara.
Odd biologies. Ilara, natural 20. There's something moving around in the branches at one point. You catch some spottings of bright colors and small bodies in the tree branches. Was that clothing? Maybe a stick they're holding, and then they're gone. But something was nearby. You don't really know what it was.
I reach out to the jellyfish people and ask them what it was.
You get. Let me check for the jellyfish. See what they saw. There's lots of them, so
Well, she could have sent an image, so if they have just encountered it before.
yeah, I'm taking that into account. Cool, one of them. One of them reaches back the leaf resting on a lake, and you get an image of a brightly striped and colored frog, but like the size of maybe a gnome, and standing on two legs.
Fascinating.
With a less than happy intonation to that being.
Oh. Are they dangerous?
Not to us.
I'm asleep. Never mind.
Is their skin poisonous?
It gives the mental shrug. It's never touched one.
Ah.
Good old mental uncertainty.
Yes. It's just, I don't know. Neither I nor any of my compatriots have ever tested it.
Alara nods and continues her watch.
Yeah. Nothing else for the rest of the watch. Who's next?
Magir should be next because I took the last shift.
Magia. Great
Wait,
watch.
I thought I was last shift, but okay.
Great watch. Nothing bad. You have a flump sitting next to you for the entire thing. Mostly just flumping around.
Cool. I'm gonna say because of my low perception, I probably spent a large portion taking notes.
Oh, yeah, you were definitely taking notes on this interesting biology of this apparently sentient creature. And then last but not least, Father Ironcloak with a 21. At this point, it's getting close to what you assume to be morning. These bioluminescents don't really change. Nothing of note.
I'm just going to spend the entire time exchanging. I don't know about exchanging, but just like mentally portraying all of these cool things I've done to this a flump.
mostly what you get back is how terrifying, how scary, how dangerous. I would never be caught dead doing that. These are very timid runaway type creatures.
Can they see our dreams?
You haven't asked.
The claw.
Because I imagine, since me being a barbarian, I'm dreaming about fighting all night.
You haven't asked.
This is true. I'll
I
know
will
if the
be
I'll
right
know
back.
if it's flown away.
The one
No.
thing that you can't give them as a feat is that epic tackle.
Yes, but I can tell them about all of the other cool things we've done. And I have a list.
Yeah, but you weren't there for our coolest moment, an actual successful stealth mission in Dungeons and Dragons.
Hey, but
Hey, I don't believe that.
we killed some tree puppies, which is pretty
Oh.
cool.
Ask Bryant. We actually did have a successful stealth mission. It's crazy.
I know,
Insane.
you've brought it up.
No, he was saying, Thule was
Oh.
saying he didn't believe it.
No, this is D&D. That can't happen.
But it did. It was weird.
All right, after emergency fever.
We have a non-believer in our successful stealth mission.
Oh, no, I was just teasing.
It wouldn't
Oh,
matter, Kedron. I couldn't tell him about said stealth mission.
He wasn't there.
You were almost there, but just a little bit late.
Hey, I was there for the greatest feat we've ever accomplished, the slaying of Captain McFishbro. So,
Yes. Anyways, yeah, you all wake up the next morning, or what you assume to be morning. Light doesn't really change down here.
All right then, onward.
Yeah, as you pack up to leave, the flumps flump along beside you. They don't continue to hide. They just kind of flump along with you.
Watching the road as we go and watching for danger and such.
Yeah.
so like, can you guys do anything cool?
Dirty 20.
We can run away when danger is near.
That's it?
Yes.
You don't fight things?
Why would we fight? We would die or be hurt.
Can you teleport?
What is that?
It's like going from here to there, instantaneous. It's
Well, I
like
imagine you could send an image.
No.
oh, that'd be cool. It's like running away but faster.
That would be wonderful.
I'm just gonna tell them a whole bunch of happy stories as we go along.
However, if we are threatened, there is one thing we can do. We can create a spray that is very noxious and foul-smelling. We can do this once a day.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
This allows us to run away. Or, well, they don't say run away, it's more like propel themselves away from danger is the
Flee.
idea. Yeah, flee. They are allowed to flee. As you are all going down this road, they all stop, their tendrils turn red, and they go, ah! And they all flump away into the forest.
Dirty 20, get me anything?
Say it again.
You see movement ahead up on the road is big.
Like in
Pull
front
out
of us
weapon.
on the road?
Huh?
In front of us on the road?
Yeah, like up ahead of you.
Like the thing we didn't see earlier.
Like the
I
thing
send
that
the
you-
owl.
I'm getting off my off of Stormlight and
So Stormlight Archive.
no, you brought this up last time. Absolutely
sorry.
not. Just totally different. First name
yeah,
on
you
a
see
list.
the owl
Of,
ahead. I assume you're looking through its eyes.
Yep.
Let's see. The bottom half is like a horse. The top half is like a demon. It's a demon centaur.
That's pretty
The
dope.
Pintar is here. The Pintar is here.
Just
I
in the road,
informed the group that we
lifting
probably
the
should
air and looking in y'all's direction.
So it's seen us.
It is seen or smelled you, one of the two.
I tell the group what it is and that we should quickly expedite our retreat
Bo
expeditiously.
is ready. Well, it's in our path, isn't it?
Yeah, and it starts to move towards you, and as it comes around this bend, as Magira is talking, it definitely sees you.
How far away from us is it? Oh,
25
like
feet.
25. Okay.
The bend in the road to where it can see you is about right there.
And how tall is this thing?
We're talking like 10 foot.
Like 10 foot. Okay.
It is a large-sized creature. It sees you, it throws its horn head back and roars at the tops of its lungs. And we can either go into combat now or next week.
We have like half an hour before normal. We can at least get partway through.
Yeah, we can at least start combat if y'all want to.
Heck yeah.
Why not?
The barbarian is getting bored of not fighting.
No.
Barbarians smack things. What else do you do? Smack things even better.
I also cleave things with my beautiful new shiny axe.
Oh,
That is that's ready
Well,
as soon as they
In
start
which
running away.
case, I need y'all to roll initiative, please.
Oh my gosh.
16. Oh, that's a high roll.
Oh, we're gonna die.
Oh.
Ready roll? Wait, why is there multiple?
Nope,
Okay.
I got a new character sheet ready.
Okay, remember y'all's rolls because apparently when I did this, like I opened it up and it showed empty, and then we started rolling, and then it populated the last thing. 23. Okay.
All right, I have
Cool.
16 in the marker, and I have 16 on my roll.
I'm showing two Alaras.
I'm only showing
Okay.
one of each.
Okay, then remember your numbers. Because I'm showing multiples. I got to clear this out so I can see what I'm seeing. All
let
right.
me know when you fix it and I'll roll.
Cool. All right, that should be cleared now.
All right, so we need to re-roll again so you can set
Yes,
it.
please.
Oh, I like my new one better. Never mind.
No.
$11.
All right, what was your first roll?
Mine was 11.
Cool.
6.
All right, I just need Ilara and Migir, please.
I was a 5.
Yeah, I need you to re-roll so I have you in the tracker.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because on my end, I opened it up to look at it, and it showed empty. So I was like, cool, let's start rolling. And as soon as someone rolled, it populated from last combat. And I was like, oh. And then, Migir, what was your initial?
2.
Oh my gosh.
All right, you need to readjust it so it's in order.
Oh, two.
There.
What the heck, guys?
I'm sad. I rolled an 11 and I'm third to go.
Wow.
You got a nat 20.
Good luck, Kedrin.
No, he didn't get a nat 20.
The rest of us are feeling a little slow today.
Also, I just gotta say that Magir would not be in the front of the group, so we need to reorganize however we would be traveling in a group.
Yeah, line yourselves up how you would be traveling.
I probably would be up front. I've been keeping an eye out, so my spots.
Well, you're also the light, so you would definitely be
Yeah,
up
I would
front.
also be. I'm also the extra
Just really
light.
do
So.
that.
I mean, probably somewhere in the middle.
I would assume at least Magir would be towards the middle since he's super duper
Squishy.
squish.
I'd probably be up with Kedrin.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
That good for everybody?
Yep.
Why is there a giant horse?
Hey, what's
Here,
that?
this is my axe stats for y'all's horses.
Wait, we have.
Y'all are on horses. All right, so everybody good to go? They're in the position you want?
Let's roll.
Yep.
Only going to move a few feet this way.
Do you have your horse's stats? Because I don't know where mine are.
Yeah, I have the war horse's stats. I actually have a token right here that I'm going to give you all access to. Mind, I can't give you all access to. I'll have it. So in y'all's notebooks, whatever you're using to keep track, I'm going to have you all keep track of your individual horse HP. 19 is its hit points. So please write that down somewhere.
Does it
Let's roll.
work the same as normal hit points to where it regens after
A
like long
rest,
yeah.
And we've
Cool.
already established that war horses at least will kind of, if you get off of them, they'll pull back on their own.
Yeah,
Okay.
on your turn in initiative. So it holds up its hand, and a ball of electricity starts crackling in its hand as it thrusts its hand forward. And a
Counterspell.
large... Let's see. Sure, you cast Counterspell. Nothing happens, as this is not a spell. This is an innate magical ability.
Is it difference?
There is.
Interesting.
Creatures will sometimes have innate magical abilities, and some creatures will cast spells, but this is an innate magic ability. Kind of like a dragon breath weapon. That's an innate magical ability, not a
So
spell.
let's keep it rolling.
Yes.
So if there's nothing to counterspell, does it still burn in the spell slot though?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you are attempting to. And with that, it is a line 60 feet long and 10 feet wide. So,
Is it a dex save?
Everybody.
yeah, 10 feet wide, straight through here. Yeah, everybody and their horses make a dexterity saving throw.
Right. Give me the horse dex real quick.
Yep. Give me a second.
Yeet. Ah! What is this?
Horse dexterity, +1.
All right. I got a natural 20. My horse got a 10.
So 4
Remember
on the
your
horse.
+4s from me.
Yes.
Yes. Also on the horses.
Oh,
Oh,
I
gee.
rolled that as Alaris.
Okay, so Kedron's horse got like a
4,
7,
8.
8.
You just
3 plus 1 plus Alara's 4.
Yeah, okay, and then 9, 10, 14.
14 for my horse.
Okay, so let's just do it this way. Everyone below a 15.
Hang on, let me roll both our horses. So my horse +4 +1,
You already made it.
and Alara's horse +1 +4.
Yeah, so the only horses that failed are me and Kedron's.
Give me a second, I need a calculator.
We might have dead horses now.
So anyone who failed it, including the horses, takes 31 points of lightning damage because they rolled stupidly high.
So dead horses.
I'm talking like 68 and they rolled 3 8s. The ones who passed take 15 points of lightning damage.
Well, I take none.
And the natural 20s take none.
No, I didn't natural 20. I'm just a rogue. Dex
Do
save.
you have evasion?
Yeah.
And you passed?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you take none.
Wait, how much
so-
damage?
Pass or fail?
If you failed, how much damage?
31 points.
Oh.
And if you passed,
15.
I'm sorry, McGear.
There went half my health.
And you passed.
So natural 20s take no damage, right?
Natural 20s take no damage.
And real quick question, do horses work the same as characters where they roll death saves, or is it just like it's
they're more just like creatures. They just
So you couldn't
and
like
you can
pay-
revive them with Revivify within a minute.
you couldn't. I couldn't pop my healing into him to keep him alive. Then, like as soon as my turn starts.
You know what? I'd give you a turn if you wanted to throw some healing into him to revive him. I'd do that.
Okay.
I'd allow that.
glad I named
right.
my horse.
Everybody got their damage all figured out?
Yep.
Kedron, you're up.
Oh, the
Action,
horses.
7 points of healing. Bonus action, I'm going to insightful fighting.
Absolutely. You need to make a deception, yeah?
Yeah.
Natural 1.
Oh,
Don't roll a natural 1. You're fine.
I can't roll a natural 1. Natural 2.
I can't roll a natural 1. Now, if you remember, we did determine that a natural 1 in this campaign, because we're leaning heavily on crit successes and failures, does override that ability.
Nah.
Specifically due to this campaign. No, you're fine. You're fine. You have insightful fighting. Your horse is back up. Please do notate that in your tracking of horse HP. Anything else on your turn?
Well, action, bonus action, I can move. I'll move off to the side and get clear away from everybody and move kind of like underneath this mushroom.
Yeah.
Hey, how much health does a riding horse have versus a war horse?
Let me check.
Because war horse has 19.
Oh no.
Riding horse, Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. 13.
Oh yeah, even though he completely made it out with this check, he did.
Yeah. At least he costs considerably less than the other horses. Besides, you could probably double up with one of the dwarves. And
I'm so glad we got 50,000 gold, because if not, that's like 90% of what I'm worth is just gone.
You can heal him. All right, with that, Father Ironcloak, you're up.
Heard. All right, so I'm assuming this gets me dismounted, right?
Oh yeah, you're on the ground. Your horse is down.
Does this
I'm
count
not
as me
gonna make
being...
you prone because I'm nice.
All right, so I'm going... I'm 3 feet tall. I'm assuming I can run underneath everyone's horses. Right? Well, actually, no.
So
McGear's
there's
is on the
actually a
ground.
Halfling thing.
That's
of
a halfling
being able to
ability.
move
Right,
through.
Well, actually, it doesn't matter because the one I was going to run under is also currently dead, so it's fine. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to here.
Yep.
I'm going to cast Aid on my horse, McGear's horse, and McGear. So they'll get
Yours is dead.
5 temporary hit points, and their HP is increased by 5.
Their HP maximum is increased by 5.
They get 5 temporary hit points, and their current hit points are increased by 5 for the duration.
And who are you casting that on?
I'm going
on-
to chat for me. I'm going to read that real quick.
Me, or on McGear's horse, my horse, and McGear.
Gotcha.
Does that work on dead things?
Well, technically, for now, they're unconscious.
We've used it before when Alara was down to give
Okay,
Alara
so
5
it does
HP.
not do temporary hit points. That is a different thing altogether from
it's-
regular hit points, just FYI.
Sorry, it
And that's
increases
important,
it.
actually.
Sorry.
Super important in this case because temporary hit points do nothing to something dead.
All right, it gives it 5 hit points and
Yes,
increases the maximum by 5.
Current hit points increase by 5, and the maximum hit points increase by 5 for 8 hours, and no concentration. Very nice. Yeah, they suddenly come to life, freaking out because they are war trained, but that literally killed them.
Well, knocked him unconscious.
Yeah. Anything else on your turn?
Yes.
Wait,
Hold up, let me burn the spell slot for that.
I'm gonna track the 5 extra max health in temporary. Just
That's fine. Unless you get temporary hit points, we'll have to move it. But
Then
yeah, I'll. So let's see here.
Someone's-
Forest has 13.
and I'm assuming since that spell works, right? We can use magic here.
yeah, seems
All
good.
right. Spiritual weapon, 3rd level spell.
That and the one you just classed are both leveled spells, and you can't cast.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
But we are
Right.
limited on time. Let's keep it moving.
All right, then. Yeah, I will end my turn.
All right,
Yeah.
Brother Thule, you're up.
I'm off the horse too, right?
I don't know. Did yours die?
No.
You can get off the horse, yeah.
Okay, so is that an classify as a bonus action? Or
I'll just make it a part of your movement. It takes like 5 feet of movement.
okay, so
Hop
I
down.
got 30.
I don't know what the rules actually are, but that's what I'm ruling for right now because we're limited on time. I don't want to look it up right now.
All right, so I'm going to rage.
Yep, Rajay,
Go
do
in.
activate on your thing.
Yeah. Let me do that. Sorry.
And you counted you have enough movement?
Yep.
Alright, cool.
All right, and then I'm going to swing with that. My battle axe as one-handed.
Go for it.
Oh shoot! Forgot about the fire damage.
You haven't used a bonus action to activate it.
Oh, okay, that's right.
So for now, it just takes 5 slashing.
Okay. And then for my, I'll do the extra attack for my bonus action then.
Extra attack is not a bonus action. It's just part of your attack action.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
Let's see. What is this thing's AC? 16. Okay, so your first one hits. Your second one does not. You're able to dig into its horse-like flank, which is leathery and not at all furry, and has a big tail with a big old spike on it, which is super scary. Digs into it, cuts it across those ribs, and you bring it back up to try and go for the humanoid top half, but it's able to move its torso back and take no strikes from that second attack.
Okay. And that's all I've got for my turn.
Laura.
Alrighty.
All right, McGear, be thinking about your turn because you're on deck.
First hand axe. No. You go to strike, and it's able to just bat it out of the way with its massive claw. Second one bites into its leg.
Mama, hold my bag.
And third hits for again.
Yeah, third one definitely hits. Let me double check something. Nope. Okay, cool. Just checking. The second radiant hand axe slaps against it, and it recoils. As you've seen many creatures do to your radiant hand axe, it leaves no mark on the body, mostly except for a light scorch mark. Anything else on your turn? Nice. This is a fiend. You do get extra damage.
Excellent.
That's how much again?
Isn't it a D6?
Yeah, I think it's an extra d6.
Roll another d6 then.
Nice. You hit, and then a pulse of energy radiates out through it again, doing a secondary blast, dealing a touch more damage.
Excellent. That's
Roars
all.
once more. McGear, you're up.
All right. Button, 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 button. Ow.
Magic missile.
Level 3.
Nice.
Slams into this thing. just like broadsiding with a cat. It's not
That's
happening.
a catapult.
Roaring, flailing around, ready to just gore whatever it can reach.
I'm gonna move up just a little bit, a little further away.
Yeah.
So I
Anything
ain't
else?
about that. That'll be my turn.
All right. Comes back to its turn. It has two individuals in front of it. It's not happy with either of them. They both give it a little whack-a-doodle. Interesting.
I don't like that.
All right. So, has multiple creatures in front of it. It's going to attack multiple creatures. Firstly, Ilara, as its hindquarters is turned more towards you, and you were the last person hit it with a physical attack. It comes up on its front hooves and its back hooves kick out towards your head. What did that say?
22.
Is that what it says? I can't read it.
Yeah, it's a
blacked out.
22 to hit with 14 bludgeoning.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm assuming a 22 hits.
Yeah.
You take 14 bludgeoning damage as this thing rears up and just horse kicks you right in the face, almost taking you off your feet. This thing's big, like a Clydesdale. Thule, towards you, slashing out with its claws that are on its front hands. I need to see if that recharges actually. Why is my attack not like showing itself? It's weird. Is it rolling with a black die for some reason? Rolling with red. 26. Does a 26 hit?
Yes.
It's rolling hot. You take 9 slashing damage, which is magical. Do you care about that or not? I forget which totem you took.
It's psychic damage that
Okay,
I can't
cool.
resist.
Then 9 reduced to half of that, rounded up, which would be 5. Rounded
5?
down, sorry, 4.
4. Okay. Ow.
And then, whipping over your head, kind of in between you and Alara, cracking over at Father Ironcloak, because this thing has a 10-foot reach on its tail. For a natural 20.
Nice.
Okay,
And I take 30,000 slashing damage and insta die.
Oh, never
Hold
mind. I was gonna say roll the nat 1, but you already announced the result.
yeah, sorry.
Wait, what was the result? Rolled a what to hit?
Natural
Well,
20.
we've already gone to
Oh,
a
yeah.
new day since you rolled that natural 1, though. Roll your important dice again real quick.
Oh, you're right.
You take 37 points of slashing damage as it slams across your chest, cutting through your chest piece like butter, throwing you back and just goring you almost to pieces. That hurt. That hurt a lot.
You know what'd be cool? It's just once when we fight something that has horns, for it to do like minimum damage of some sort.
Hey,
That was a
that's-
tail. That was a bladed tail.
Yeah, well, it's almost a cow person. Horses are basically cows.
Kedron, you're up.
All right, so what
my
I'm
fault.
going to do is activate my wings, step out from underneath this mushroom, fly on top of it, and try to hide, like laying down on top of this mushroom tree.
Sure, make a stealth check. Yeah, you're fine. It rolled like a 5 on the die.
That's action, bonus action, movement. Let's move.
Sweet. Next up, Father Ironcloak.
Yep. Question:
That hurt.
Can we move through these spaces here that look like they're cliffs, or are we stuck to the ones that look like path?
So those spaces, it's just going to take you an extra bit of movement to go straight through them. Like if you come up here, you can, and you'll be like a 5 foot up. It's a very short bluff.
All right. We're going 5, 10. You said it's an extra 5 foot, So 15,
Yeah.
No, you
25?
have climbing. You're fine.
Oh yeah, you have climbing.
Right.
You're fine.
Okay. So that's 15, 20.
Yep.
Would this put me... I am flanking, correct?
Close enough.
All right. I am
If you come down
downing...
here, you're definitely flanking with.
Well, he's on. He's on opposite parallel. He's fine.
I also don't have any more movement, so...
Here would be flanking with.
No, he's on an opposite parallel though. That counts as
Is
flanking
it?
for large
Okay,
creatures.
whatever. Good enough.
All right. I'm going to down a health potion.
Yeah, bonus action down that HP potion.
Yep, which is what, 10
It's
HP?
10 HP for a standard.
Yeah. And then for my action, I'm assuming this thing does not look like it's undead of any sort, correct?
No.
No. All right.
Look kind of fiendy.
Fiend-y.
You don't know that. Ilara does because of how her spell reacted.
Yeah, I do.
All right. Inflict wounds as
Go
a
for it.
3rd level spell.
Make a melee spell attack. Just roll your attack spell attack.
Gosh darn it! This is stupid. Yeah,
You go to
11.
touch it, and it's able to just move out of the way.
Wait, I get advantage because I'm flanking, right?
Yeah.
Roll another d20.
21 to hit.
That'll do it. Let me
First
check something.
damage,
Yeah, 21 will hit. For 34 points of damage. Holy smokes. Forget how good Inflict Wound is.
34. He had, but it was his first damage, wasn't it? Because that was just rolling.
Oh,
twice.
yeah, it'll be his first damage. Sorry, that is... Lord.
That'll be 20.
I'd take 34 points of damage on him.
All right, anything else on your turn?
Nope, that's it. That was movement, action,
Cool,
bonus
you're up.
action.
Okay. I'm going to activate my my axe power now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. What is
And-
your activation word?
Brazinga.
Yeah, let's go with that until I can come up with something.
Okay, cool. As a bonus action, you do so, and it just turns like it is now engulfed in flame. The blade is.
Alright, and on top of that, I'm going to do a reckless attack since that's not actually a bonus action.
True. It's just it gets advantage on attacks against you in the future.
In case I need to point out, I'm keeping the bottle from my healing potion, as per usual.
Yeah.
And also roll your fire damage.
Yep, which
It
is...
is 2d6.
Yep.
Ah.
So the fire hits and just kind of skitters across its skin, barely doing like nothing, almost. There's a
Dang.
little like scorch marks, but almost nothing to it. Like 1 point of damage worth to it.
He's saying it's resistant to fire.
Yep, but... Damage is damage.
Also, Thule, turn on your rage.
I thought I had it on.
Click off of your token if you've changed it. So it updates for everybody. There you go.
Oh, I forgot to hit enter.
Ilara?
Alright, and my second attack.
Oh, that's right. You have a second attack. I forgot. Go for it.
Yep.
And fire.
That does in fact hit.
That's better.
Very nice. Again, not as much as you'd hope it on the fire, and it's looking pretty rough right now. It is flailing around. There is blood free flowing. Where it hits the ground, it sizzles and hisses, and a few things catch fire. Anything else?
Nope.
Ilara,
All right. Let's hit this thing.
go for it.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to be on advantage. I wasn't.
No,
you
you
would-
have advantage.
Yeah,
What?
you're flanking.
We're flanking.
Oh, I'm flanking. Excellent.
Yeah, you're on opposite parallels.
That hits. You carve into its leg once more.
All right.
You are literally matching its AC.
And one more.
Come on, another 16.
Or a
nat
natural
20.
20.
Oh.
Can we add
Come
those
on,
two
you
together?
guys, fixed it.
Unfortunately, no. Still standing.
All right, well, I guess that's all I've got.
McGear.
You're up.
Le pew pew.
You raise your hand to Le Pew Pew. And as you do, it turns and a beam of light shoots out of its eyes and shatters through your cast.
Oh, you
And it
little.
just
piggy
counterspell.
Yep.
Hit counterspell to pew pew. Get wrecked,
Did
McGear.
not like how hard that snapped last time at all.
Thanks,
It did
Iron
not like
Cloak.
that.
I'm
It
sorry.
said
For
no.
once, you can't just be like, hey, damage.
Hey, damage.
Wait, question. Was that an ability or a spell? Because he could counterspell with counterspell.
You don't know.
Yeah, no, it's a level 2, and it's gone.
Anything else on your turn?
Let's see here. Who's next on stuff?
Next
It is.
of our people is me after him.
I'm going to have my owl perform the help action for Kedron.
Okay. Let me just zoom out a little here. Get the measure stick. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. With that, it is its turn. Ilara and Thule, you will get attacks of opportunity as it leaps over Father Ironcloak here.
Oh, heck yeah.
Is,
Alara will do
would
that.
this still be at advantage?
No. That was just for your turn.
Okay.
I'm guessing, yeah. All right, I'll take it.
Yeah, 5 radiant. There we go.
Oh, and
And Thule, what was your to hit? 22?
Yep.
Yeah.
Brent, how high up am I?
You're probably 20 feet up, 15 feet up. All right. It is barely standing. I mean, its legs are buckling underneath it. Blood is flowing freely as this thing is standing here. And it once again, kind of moves a little down here, actually is where it ends up, raises its arm. And you see the lightning crackling once more. I need...
Oh, on my last turn, my horse would have retreated since I was off.
Yeah, I figured the horses got out of there.
Yeah, I know I dismounted.
I need Ironcloak, Thule, Ilara, and McGear to make dexterity saving throws, DC 15.
Thule gets a +4.
Correct.
so would I just be rolling this at normal since?
Yeah,
I-
it's just normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've got advantage on the dex save, but attacks on me are at an advantage as well.
Well, it's not an attack, so dex save
Yeah,
would be
no,
advantage.
you get a dex save advantage.
I'm gonna die.
I'm just gonna take my 16 for my port dice.
Okay.
Ouch.
That's a 7.
For Thule, that's a 10 because it was at advantage. All right, everyone below a 15 in that lineup, which is Thule. Let's see how much we take.
But he's raging. Half damage.
Yes.
Correct.
So I felt that by 1.
All right, everyone who fails takes 37 points of lightning damage. Those who pass take half of that.
Well, everybody takes half,
Yeah.
so everybody is at the same damage.
Which is rounded up, or yeah, rounded up.
down.
You round up or down for damage? I forget.
You rounded it down last time, so.
Okay, so rounded down to 18 points of lightning damage.
All right, I am going to thunderously rebuke him since he's within 5 feet of me.
Is that for an attack?
Yes. It's not an attack, is
not
it?
an attack roll.
18, so that's 9.
He's not hitting me with an attack?
No, it's not an
Okay,
attack.
so, all right, cool.
No, it should be 14.
He generated an effect, but it's not technically an attack.
Okay, it doesn't, even though he's hitting me with something, it doesn't technically count as an attack.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
That will be what he does for his turn. Kedron, you're up.
All right. With that, I check the distance. I'm within range of my short bow.
Go for
So, either because of stealth, I'm not sure if it worked, or because of the owl assisting me, I'm at advantage.
it. Correct.
So I am going to use.
And
my
you had
bow.
insightful fighting anyway.
Yeah. Well, that's not advantage. That
Oh,
just
yeah.
gives me sneak attack.
Go for it.
I'll make myself at advantage. I am going to use my short bow and attack.
Natory Ghost Rider.
Darn it.
Ping! Right off the horn.
Even at advantage. Would have been so much damage because that would be 7 radiant with it too.
Yeah, not so much. Anything else on your turn?
That's it.
Iron Cloak.
Bonus action, health potion.
Go for it.
Main action. Inflict wounds, 4th level spell.
Go for it.
'Cause-
What?
I'm waiting for the day you cast that at 9th level.
Oh, okay, so does he look super duper like?
Yes.
Okay, so then I'm just gonna cast it at 3rd level instead of 4th. Or do I have to cast it at 4th since that's what I originally stated?
You haven't cast it yet, so you
All
can
right.
kind of hesitate and then go for it.
All right, 3rd level.
Wow.
That's a natural 20 to hit.
That's a lot of damage. I'm not even going to do the math. That's a lot of damage.
That would be 67 damage.
You just run up and grab his front 2 legs, and from your hands, they just wither and rot all the way up his body.
You just stole my most damage in one hit record.
Starts coming out of his mouth as he rots from the inside,
I was hoping we could cook him for dinner.
and just collapses into a black pile of goop.
He's a fiend.
Cool,
He would have
he's a
turned to
fiend.
sludge anyway.
And that is where we'll end tonight's session.
I'm taking one of my gallon jugs and filling it with fiend juice.
All right, let him sign off real quick.
Miguel, what was that?
Something that we didn't take advantage of because we always forget stuff in our kits. Alara actually has a thing for when she gets an attack opportunity, she also can move that turn as an extra thing.
Let Brant sign off real quick and we can start chatting.
All right, guys. So we will catch you all next week. That is the plan anyway, of course, unless something crazy happens. For another session of Deus Vault. Should be a lot of fun, as hopefully they'll make it to Nokron with all of its interesting tiddly bits that I have dangled in front of them. And until then, Deus Vault.